Today, I want to talk about being a badass, showing up in life fully as the best version of who you are. Word of caution before we start, I plan to use some profanity in this video. So if you're in a space where people can hear what's coming out of your speakers, you might want to put some headphones on. If you're easily offended, you might want to stop watching now. Viewer discretion advised. The question I will offer you is this: what do you need to not give a fuck about to show up the way that you want to show up in life? The reality of life is that many of us are challenged in some way. Maybe you don't feel like you're good enough, or you feel like you're not doing enough, or you feel like you're too fat or too thin, or the weather's too hot or too cold. Whatever it is that causes you some sort of chronic discomfort. We all have our own version of this. For me, it's a chronic sense of insecurity. When I'm around other people, there's a part of me in the background of my experience that's really caught up in what do they think about me? Am I good enough? Am I doing enough? And at some level, it's just not constructive. And this is what I mean about what do you have to not give a fuck about to show up the way that you want to show up in life. I mean, the reality is life is the way it is. And not giving a fuck doesn't mean that you pretend like it's not there. It's not like you're a person who's like, oh, I have no fear, I'm totally fearless. That's bullshit. Everybody has fear. Everybody is challenged. By recognizing and acknowledging and being with those challenges, you create a space of genuine compassion and humanity, because everybody has something like that going on in their life, and that's what makes their life difficult. But how do you take full responsibility for what's going on in your life? What do you need to take care of or deal with or not give a fuck about to show up the way that you want to show up as the best, most powerful version of who you are? That's what I'm talking about. And this is different for everybody. For my wife, she deals with a lot of physical comfort issues. Is she too hungry or too full, too cold or too hot? And when she wants to show up powerfully as the graceful, magnetic woman that she is, there's a part of her that just has to not give a fuck about that for a moment so that she can really be with people and give herself fully. And that's what we're talking about, is how do you give yourself fully? What do you need to get out of the way so that you can be with life and give yourself fully to the people and the situations around you? All right. I hope that this has somehow offered you some inspiration. I know this word, fuck, don't give a fuck, it sounds so harsh, but the reality is that life can be challenging, right? There's a part of life that you want to be really soft with and receive and be compassionate with. But then there's also a part of life where you just got to have that bit of toughness. That's what I mean by don't give a fuck, right? Where do you need to be like a little bit just tougher to show up like, yeah, you know what? I have this insecurity, I have all this stuff going on in my head, but I'm going to show up and be me anyway. So that's what I mean about don't give a fuck. All right, so much love. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with others. Take care. Have a beautiful day.